Hello guys, how you doing? It's Brother Mason here, and thank you and welcome to this channel. And I appreciate you watching my videos, and I appreciate your support and your love. See, ladies and gentlemen, we are going through some kind of a shift of consciousness. We are going through a cosmic consciousness shift or consciousness trajectory. We are moving from the old ways to a new ways. So basically the world is changing right before our eyes, and a lot of people, they are demanding a new change. They are demanding things to be so different from the way we used to live before. So today, my message for this video is this: be the change that you want to be. Be the change that you want to see. You see, change does not just happen willy-nilly. Change starts with you. Change starts with me. If you want to see changes in life, you need to be the change. You need to be the better version of yourself. What do you want to see? You want to see equality going around in the world. You start by introducing and being an advocate for equality. What do you want to see? Do you want to see justice? You start being an advocate for justice. Stand up tall for the voiceless. Be there for other people. You see, a lot of us, we are sick and tired. We've been watching and observing and analyzing the system as it was before, but obviously it wasn't working for us. So we need something else that can incorporate humanity. We need to operate on a human level. We need to understand that we are all one human race, regardless of the pigmentation of the skin, regardless of the ethnicity, regardless of your geographical location, or regardless of where you're from, or the color or the name of your passport. Every single person want to see a happy life. Every single person want to be happy. I've never met somebody who said, I aspire to be miserable. I've never met anybody who says, I aspire to be to have no justice or to have no equality or to be treated unfairly in this world. Every single person want to be treated fairly. Every single person want to be respected, be accounted for. So for that to happen, it has to start with you. It has to start with me, and it has to start with you. It has to start with your friends. It has to start with your family. It has to start with your work colleagues. Change can only happen if you become the advocate and be the voice, the mouthpiece for change. We are sick and tired of the old ways. We want to see happy people all over the world, in China, in America, in Africa, in Brazil, in Australia. We want to go back to humanity, how human beings are meant to be, one human race. Because at the end of the day, I know that there's a lot of ignorant people who actually think, oh, just because I was born in Europe, so I am European. I was born in Asia, so I am Asian. I was born in Africa, so I am African. See, this is a childish way of thinking. We need to rise above this ignorant way of thinking. We need to understand that we are just one human race. And at the end of the day, if you want to even take it even further, we are just one divine spirit that is experiencing life in this reality. Just one spirit. Imagine, put it this way, it's like a body. A human body is comprised of red blood cells, white blood cells. No white blood cell is going to say, I am this. Every single white blood cells knows that it's part of the cosmic, is part of the human being. Same thing with the red blood cells. No red blood cell says, I am from this location, I belong from this ethnicity. No, it is red blood cells that belongs to the human being. The same thing applies to us, ladies and gents. We need to understand our spirituality, and we need to understand our spiritual identity. For a very long time, we have been identifying ourselves with our material, egoistic self. And that's when we thought, oh, I am superior to these individuals, or I am inferior to these individuals. I've got more money in my bank account. I've got a better job. I've got a better car, better house. I've got a better lifestyle than this and that. See, this is a childish, futile way of thinking. Only a person who is devoid of spiritual divine knowledge can come to that conclusion or can make such sentiments. We need to wake up and understand we are one human race. And if this earth and if this humanity, this human race is ever going to succeed, we need to come to understanding that we are just one race. One race. It's just like if you go to a garden full of flowers, there is flowers, but what makes those flowers beautiful is their variation. But at the end of the day, they're still what? They're still flowers. Same thing that goes to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see changes, if you want to see changes all over the world, it has to start with you. Start by changing your perception. Start by changing the way you live, the way you think, and the way you look at other people and treat other people. Understand that love, empathy, sympathy should be at the pinnacle of our understanding and of our way of living. Let's have community living. I understand if somebody needs something, you're gonna try the best you can to help them. If somebody is being treated unfairly, be there and stand up tall and say, no, I'm not gonna tolerate that, and I'm gonna support this person. I'm gonna defend this person. Whenever you see injustice, you need to call it upon it. It's about time, as we make this cosmic consciousness shift, we need also, because there's no point of going through a cosmic conscious shift and we're still stuck behind with the old philosophical ways of living. Our perception has to change too. Our thinking has to change too. Our attitudes and behaviors has to change too. That is the only way we're going to evolve as a human race. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember we are here to evolve. We are different from the mineral kingdom. We are different from the plant kingdom. We are different from the animal kingdom. And do you know the biggest difference between us and them kingdoms? It's because we have consciousness. We are aware of our consciousness. We are aware of our divine self. A cow is not aware of its divinity. A plant is not aware of its divinity. Minerals aren't aware of their divinity, but we are aware, or some of us anyway, we are aware of our divine self, flesh and bones, and our ego. This belongs to the material realm or the material dimension. But if we want to live a fulfilled life, a life that has got everything, is when we remember. Memory returns when we remember our higher self. And the only way to remember our higher self is to wake up from this dream and understand every single person that you see is just a reflection of you. You are no different from me. I'm no different. You are no different from me, and I'm no different from you. If you see me as a threat, it means there is something inside of you that you need to wake upon. If you are jealous of me, it means there is something inside of you that you need to wake upon. If you ain't got empathy and sympathy for me, it means there is something that is inside of you that you need to work upon. And by you working upon it, that's how you're going to solve the world. I am not the problem. You know the problem. Him, her aren't the problems. The problem is you, because the world, everything that is in front of you is a reflection of your inner self. So by understanding and knowing who you really are, that is the great awakening. That is the greatest enlightenment. So ladies and gentlemen, we need to go back to our old ways. We are going through a cosmic conscious shift. We can't be tagged behind. We can't be left behind. We need to also move along with the times. We are going through a new epoch, a new era. So when we go through a new epoch, a new era, we need to also change our way of thinking. Consciousness, individual consciousness also has to be changed. Evolution, we are going through up the evolution ladder. If we're going to evolve, we need to understand there is no differentiation between every single human being. Every single human being is one. There is only one human being. And this human being, it manifests through different individuals. As a matter of fact, there's only one spirit. One spirit is being manifested in different individuals, but it's just one. But basically, imagine if you are projecting a light, and you are projecting a light, and this light is being it's coming out through different angles and everything, but it's just one light at the end of the day. Same thing with consciousness. There's only one consciousness. But once you start to think, I am this, he is that, she is that, you are missing the point. You are losing, you are not understanding the principles of spirituality. So we need to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. So I just thought I'll give you a quick rundown and a quick reminder of your divine self. So if you want to see change, change has to start with you. If you want to see equality, if you want to see justice, fairness, it has to start with you. Be the mouthpiece for the voiceless. Be the person that's going to stand up tall and say, I want this. And once you do that, every single person going to follow through. Thank you, Boy Mason. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And like I always say, keep on smiling. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.